All right, guys, how are you today? Here's 12:20 afternoon, and in Salt Lake it's early, of course. Um, so here's the deal. I have just simply want to run through really fast, like I always do in Gangstalking advice videos. I'll try to keep it under 2 minutes. Okay. So this is about techniques that usually, just as a reminder for you, what techniques I used. Uh, Very common in gangstalking, when gangstalking being elevated in order to put the pressure on you. Psychological, financial, there's a whole bunch of pressures in general in gangstalking, including perpetual impoverishment or creating of anxiety of some kind. So here's the deal. Let's start really fast. Breaking into homes and shifting content. First, you go out somewhere and you come back and you have stuff to move that you know that you put it in a certain place, but when you come back, it's sitting in a different place. It's done on purpose in order for you to develop anxiety of a personal bubble, of missing personal bubble. It tells you that you are vulnerable and there is no place for gang stalkers not to have access. Okay. I had a very interesting situation years ago when I lived in Salt Lake City, and I had this thing. I had a dog, and this dog was a wonderful dog. And I went somewhere, and I come back, and I see my dog in distress, like, you know what I mean. And then what I see on the table, table in the living room, I see my tie, my official tie. I wear a wonderful Italian tie I had, and it was several holes in it. And what happened, actually, the way I see it, while I was out, somebody walked in, grabbed my dog, and stuffed my tie into his mouth and pressed, and it was like a hole maker. And I looked up and see exactly they matched the his teeth. It was horrible. Okay, this is one of those things. So the other thing is, second, it's vandalism of the property that you have. Why it's created is in order for you to start spending money, especially when you're like me now and I'm partially employed. I mean, you will have a problem. There are recorded cases, specifically in Oregon. There's a lot of people who are actually against meat, and they go and protest the front of meat processing plants, and they had their vehicle damaged in order for them not to be able to go to protest. It's one of those. Actually, vehicle damage, it's very common when you deal with gang stalking, because the price of fixing vehicles now, it's beyond absurd. Okay. So usually continue. So you have like smear campaigns. Smear campaigns is when people go into your community and start spreading rumors about you, that you are this. So, like, you know, if you're Russian speaking or you're from Ukraine, like I am originally, even though, as I said, I left 50 years ago, they will go and spread like you're Russian spy. He's Russian spy. You know. Let's fuck those Ruskies. You know what I mean? Even though they don't have a fucking clue where I come from. Okay, and what am I exactly? So, by the way, the illiteracy and stupidity of sometimes of a white trash or different color trash, it's unbelievably helpful for gang stalkers. Anyway, mail sabotage, not receiving mail or really delayed mail. That is stuff which is very important financially. It's in order for them, it's called it's part of perpetual impoverishment, in order to targeted individuals not to have enough resources. This is just, remember, the targeted individuals, when they're targeted, first what they're being targeted about is financial resources, in order for them not to have personal financial freedom to do decisions. When you don't have personal financial freedom, you got into a specific line of whatever is prepared to you by gang stalkers and manipulated you in. So cyber stuff, in my personal experience over time, was something scary. Usually, when I was looking for my father's research, I had momentarily like comments everywhere that this is how you're gonna end up in the end of your life. Something like this. I'm not gonna say things exactly, but this is what it is. It's one of the situations they try to start to scare you with your own demise. Okay, this is what highly likely this is cyberbullying, and there can be others, but this is what mostly I had. Disconnecting phones when you talk or do, or I had several times. To me, what happened is when I start talking about important things on live in YouTube, I have disconnection on the phone, and not just disconnection on the phone. Even after I download, which almost impossible to do lately, any live show that I have, sometimes they last about 1 hour, and I have people talking to me and asking questions. I cannot download it because then I can review it, cut some stuff out and do different videos, because it's very important when you have audience that asking you questions. So it's part of the record that you keep. But when you have cyber situation that it's not allowing you to even save your conversations with audience that you have online, it's one of those cyberbullying as well. And as I said, I had once, like one day, 24 hours, trying to load. I'm sorry, trying to load the content that I had online. I had to cancel the load because it's very hard to do. And it's not just YouTube. It's I have another, which is Rumble. And Rumble, they had this thing. They claim like we don't remove videos. Yeah, they don't remove videos, but I have problems loading videos. Okay, when I try to do a live show, it says video cannot be saved. This is one message. But what's good about Rumble, when you do Rumble live show, it saves your stuff on your phone. When you deal with YouTube, it doesn't save. You have to actually download after you're done, and you have to download it back. First, you download it the moment it stopped through YouTube. Your videos downloaded, and after it's downloaded, you can download it back on your phone. It's very complicated to do, and if you do not load it on your YouTube channel, you have problems. So this is what happening is part of the situation for us that I have lately. Okay, so group stalking. I had a group stalking, which is well, actually, I haven't had for a long time group stalking. I had when I lived in Salt Lake City, I had some group stalking, and it was kind of ugly. But usually, when they have a group stalking, it's mostly a street theater. It's like a skit that's being played. I have, as I said, I had situations that simply I had to walk away from. Like because you go on mall and you have one person versus you meet on one mall, right? With me was a situation, I went here to Lenox Mall, okay? And then I saw a person that was looking at me in a specific way when you kind of have how you call it, it's like facial impression that catches your eye. And then I see the same person only in a different area of the city. And then, well, there's something wrong. Maybe it's coincidence, but you see, if there's too many coincidences, you don't believe that it's coincidence. Even if it is, help with them. Anyway, noisy environment, which is really, really interesting situation. remember, if somebody plays in Eastern Europe, if somebody plays kind of a soccer game with the rival team, and suddenly they start fixing roads near rivals team hotel or motel. Well, this is something like this. It's constant noise deprives you of proper rest, and it doesn't matter what time of the day is. They will start blowing leaves in the morning. By the way, what I had here a while ago. Is it Gangstalking? Who knows? But the point is, you try to go to have a rest, then you have some, but they don't let you. Then there is somebody start playing rap music or open like computer games, and you can hear practically somebody is like fighting. Like you can see you can hear explosions of a computer game that wakes up everybody. So this is like a noisy environment is really bad. Specifically if you work, that's why I don't no longer take night shift, because when you go in the morning after night shift, there's something always start making noise, okay, and you don't rest properly. So a while ago, I had this whole conditioning and sensitization, sorry. So it's more for you to review because it's really a big topic. But I have several topics on my channel, and this is what it is. How to deal with organized stalking? I will talk later maybe, but as I said, I have a whole channel. It's called a Gangstalking Insider. But this is just few things for you to, like, as a reminder, as an advice to look back and kind of refresh it in your memory. Because when I found my writings here, and I was really, really happy because it's kind of brings stuff and kind of becomes sharper in your mind. All right, this is it for today. If I don't make gangstalking, anti-gangstalking advice every day, it's because something happened. I usually do it next day for sure. All right, you have a good day.